Hey guys, it's right there. Hey guys, it's Turok, and I should bring this a little closer. And today I'm gonna do a reaction to a video I see others making rounds with James Gunn, who is in charge of the DC movies, as I understand it. He's the guy who did the Guardians of the Galaxies movies, some of the best of the MCU movies, and I'm interested in seeing what he'll provide. Right, centered enough. What he'll be announcing, and the only thing I know for sure is that I think Henry Cavill still is out as being Superman going forward, which is very disappointing to me. I thought Cavill was great as Superman, and I saw the leaked. Someone took footage of from the ending of Black Adam that he had shown up at the end of that, and because at Black Adam it looked like had somehow come to Earth and maybe was going to try to subjugate it, cause some kind of trouble. Also, I think Shazam had a new trailer. I gotta check that out later. I'll do that in a separate video. But other than that, I think they still might be doing a Flash movie. A little weird about that because I thought that the guy, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. I thought he got in some kind of trouble for doing some weird stuff, and I'm surprised they're still working with him or anything. But I don't know what that's about. I don't pay attention to a lot of drama stuff or things like that. But I don't know. Hold on. Sorry about that. Just trying to clear my throat again. Got some sinus problems. Anyways, also one last thing. I think any future Wonder Woman movies had also got canceled with working with the director of the last two, Patty Jenkins. I have not seen the second one yet. The trailer looked great, but I heard it was a bogged down, long mess, primarily from like Red Letter Media, and I really like their reviews of movies. So it's something I just put in the back burner to watch at this time. I thought the first Wonder Woman movie was okay, like competent enough to get us invested in what's her name? I can't think of the actress's name. And knowing more about her and her backstory, I thought that was an adequate movie, like a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. Good movie, not like something. So like objectively good, but not like something I would say is one of my favorites. And I'm also a little disappointed that Zack Snyder won't be doing anything else. Like I think I would like to going forward to see less dark movies though, but I like the visual style that he and his team like did with their movies. So like the Zack Snyder cut, the 4-hour version, really ensnared. And even though like I think I did, yeah, just like the Wonder Woman movie sounded like it was too long for a Wonder Woman movie. The Zack Snyder one, because it had so many other characters, like it's juggling about 8 to 10 characters at least, plus like well, maybe more with the villains, was a great movie to get everything out we needed because the first one was too short for what was necessary. So that being said, I want to give DC a chance. DC and Marvel. This time recording. So when I was a kid, I was really into all the cartoons. I didn't have access to any of the comic books. I lived in a very small town. The closest comic book store was like 30 minutes away, and we rarely went up that way, and I didn't have the allowance or money to get that anyways. And so I would watch like Saturday morning cartoons, like Spider-Man, the Justice League, the Batman animated series, Fantastic Four, just to name a couple of each. And so, as far as DC goes, I want to see more DC movies if they can be good and cohesive, I guess. And that seems like that's a good word to probably put as to why they weren't really what they haven't been the last 5 years or something. So let's just see what James Gunn here has to tell us.
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC
He's
Studios. For
co-CEO
many
now.
years,
Okay.
DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make
Yes.
sure the
Yes.
DCU
Yes.
is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, then it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds outside of the mainstream DCU continuity. And
Okay.
we have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the four projects that are coming out of the gates. First, we have Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DC universe. Into
Oh,
Blue
okay.
Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which
Wait,
leads
what did he
into
say
a
there?
marvelous part of the DCU, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous critic
Wait, is he
called
saying?
Blue
Hold
Beetle
on.
that resets the entire DC universe. Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic
Blue
film
Beetle.
about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next three projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So, Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year
Hold on a
vision
sec. I'm gonna turn my lighting on. Let's turn that on so we can see my face better. Blue Beetle.
DCU movie in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos.
Wait, who's there? Oh, is that cat from Suicide Squad? All right, let's keep going.
Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action. The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Christopher Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world. I can't wait for people to see it. Okay, next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay, the next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct 30. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary DC characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonderland. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is
Hmm.
based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story
Okay. A lot of TV series, huh?
Popular cult heroes. He's a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It's a
Okay.
classic superhero story of imposter syndrome underneath the internet series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who's sent to Earth, is raised by loving parents. For Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way. So she's a much more jaded character.
Hmm.
And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about. A very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once in a lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique. It's something special.
Okay. I hope so.
Always changed, always different. And I wanted to choose the stories I think through you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on the Strange Adventures. Thank you so much.
All right. So, hold on. Throat problem. Some of that sounds interesting to me. The Batman one right off the bat, and probably Swamp Thing. Uh, Swamp Thing, I have somewhere here. I don't know where I put. No, it's in the garage. I read this one Swamp Thing story where he's dealing with a another character who I can't think of the name, who develops some kind of other powers with plant-like stuff, and he plans to destroying the world by making the plants overrun the world, kind of. It was very good, very different story. Swamp Thing is definitely a different type of DC thing as far as not just the horror stuff. The one I read, this one I mentioned, is a slow burn, I guess you could call it. It's not very action packed. Also, it was cute that cute, whatever. Superman and some others do make a little cameos in there when they see these events unfolding. What else? The Batman one, I recognize. I don't know a lot about the. I only know a little bit about the Robins because of the Arkham, the Arkham games. Sorry, I couldn't get the word games out. And I remember watching a video by a gentleman who he explained. What's his video's name? You should watch this video. Wait a second. Let me pull it up for you. This Batman ending. Okay, wait. No. Computer problems. Arkham Knight explained. Did I ever tell you this one? I think I did. Explain it. Oh yeah, AKA Nook. I recommend. There it is, right there. You just watch this one sometime. That's why I learned about the stuff about the other Robins. I think he mentioned the one that they're gonna do here, the Damian Wayne. So I think if I recall correctly, spoilers. If you don't want to hear anything about this anymore, I believe the kid is Talia al Ghul's son. Is that who's the mother of this Robin? That's why he's an assassin, because she trained him. She raised him in his formative years, or what does that mean? His younger years before Batman has him now. I don't know if that means Talia died or whatever, but I'll be interested in that kind of concept. So Swamp Thing and that this one here, this authority group sounds kind of interesting as well. I'll have to probably pull up some of these cartoons of some of these. Uh, the Green Lanterns. Oh yeah, those are the two main Green Lanterns names I recognize too. I think John Stewart was the one they had in the Justice League cartoon from the early 2000s, 20 years ago. Uh, I liked his that version of that one. Hal Jordan, yeah, I think that's the original one, maybe, or at least if not, I'm pretty sure that's the one that Ryan Reynolds played in his the failed film from 2011. So that the Green Lanterns don't interest me as much. Uh, what's this group? This is some other cartoon. The cartoon like that animation looks neat. Hopefully, it'll be better than like I don't know. I'm thinking. Oh yeah, Teen Titans Go. And this one with that woman there, maybe that'll be interesting. They didn't give us much on that Superman. Thanks. Thanks for getting Cavill. You could have generated a lot of buzz right there. I can tell you if you'd kept Cavill in and said he's coming back to do something else. Also, by the way, that also reminded me. They are saying he did confirm they're going to use the Flash film to reset everything. That's their motive now. Then that they're gonna instead of I don't know if I just would do it that way if I was in charge. If I would just say pretend nothing else happened and start over, they're gonna use the Flash film somehow to do that. That will be interesting to see because yeah, I want to see how they do that. So I'm disappointed with this part because we don't know much about that. Wait, what did they say it's gonna be about? Legacy. That gives us nothing. Hold on a second. Damn. Lanterns. Yep. The Authority looks interesting. Yeah, this Paradise Lost, that might be interesting. I wonder how much more Greek stuff they could throw in there. I like that one Wonder Woman film they did about 10 years ago or so, where they had, I think they had Ares. Was it Ares again? Like they didn't, well, it's different. He looked different than they did in the film. And it was set in the modern times as the villain, I think. And I think Hades was in there too as a character. It was brought into there. So they introduced more mythological characters into that movie. Yeah, I don't know what that was called. Wonder Woman. I'm pretty sure it's from like 2011. I think Nathan Fillion was in there too as the love interest, the guy who's in there. I recommend that film. So if that's anything like that, I'll be interested. I don't know anything about this Booster Gold guy. Sounds like a goofy version of that villain from The Incredibles. So the Superwoman girl one, that might be interesting too, but I'm not sure. So was that it? Yeah, that's pretty much everything I think. So yeah, they're using that Flash one to get that. So overall, I guess I could say this is a pretty good presentation because I was able to find some stuff in it that I'll be interested in looking into. Some of the cartoon ones and the other films. Was the Authority another cart? It's a film. It is a film. Okay, that film, the Swamp Thing, was that going to be a film? That's gonna be a film too. That's one other thing I'm a little disappointed on. That Swamp Thing TV show that was released I think 3 years ago. I was disappointed they didn't go through further with that. I think they even cut some of the content out. I believe it was supposed to be a 13 episode series and a season, and they cut it to 10. And you could just tell the second half of it just like fall apart would be a little too strong of a word, but close enough. The first half was just building up this interesting thing. I think it was borrowing from similarly what I was reading in that one comic where the swamp had like, it's kind of like these not evil spirits of people who died in the swamp were becoming sentient, not sentient, were becoming, dangerous and creating a negative force. That's probably another way. They were becoming a negative force in the swamp that could threaten people or threaten the town that was nearby, or maybe threaten humanity. And the swamp thing and his love interest were trying to figure out what was going on. But that mystery, it was being built up in the first 5 episodes, just got kind of thrown aside in the second half as they started doing this other side drama with this one guy played by what's his name? Shit, I can't think of that guy's name. Great actor. He's always playing a villain. Yeah, and there was a lot of good actors in that one. Jennifer Beals was in there as the sheriff. What's his name? He was in what was that? Let me look it up a sec. It's 2019 actually? Okay, not 2020. I said 3 years ago. It was actually about 4 years ago. Wow, 2019. I thought it was 2020. Derek Mears. Will Patton. Yeah, Will Patton in there was great. But him and his this side plot with him and his wife, played by Virginia Madsen, was taking up part of the second half. And there's some other stuff, and it just like kind of just got waylaid the main plot that they were doing in the first half, and just like why? And then the ending just felt so kind of rushed, similar to like think of like if any of you guys have read what ended the Bleach. This felt very similar to what happened with Bleach, but this felt more like a corporate interference. I don't know if what happened with Bleach, but this felt similar where it could have been a lot better and they just messed it up. So that's anyway. I'm hoping that this new Swamp Thing can be good. I kind of wish they'd bring this same guy back who's doing him too. This Derek Mears. He did a great job as the Swamp Thing. Hey kitty. So that's about it. Yeah. So Swamp Thing and the Authority and the other stuff, they all look good. So it gives me some thing to look forward to. And the Batman one, I don't know how much hope and faith to put into it. Come on. Because I don't know. They gotta like prove themselves, prove that it's gonna be good, and then we'll see. So that's all I got to say on that stuff. I'm just yeah. Have a good one.